What's up, everybody? Gonna do this special thing because I wanted to talk about the Bitcoin price, just did some crazy things, and then Darrianne is gonna.
What's up, everybody?
And then Darrianne is gonna be.
Gonna do this special thing because I wanted to talk about.
Darrianne is gonna be joining us.
And then Darrianne.
She will. Oh, sorry, I had a sound thing. Darrianne will be joining us. I think she's getting her hair done. You know, when a woman, as a man, when a girl's taking more time with her hair, you just let it. Don't say, "Hey, come on!" Just let it. You gotta let it happen. Let me get this all set up and ready to go. We're streaming on GrahamElwood.com, the Graham Elwood YouTube channel, Bitcoin Hollywood, and Rockfin. Let's start to see if I can get a simulcast on Planet Comedy, but it's a very new channel, so go subscribe to Planet Comedy. I just made a music video of the Duopoly Bluegrass song. I just kind of put in some cool and funny images in there. So that just got released, and there's really cool interviews over there of the Why Did You Leave series, where I'm interviewing people like, why did you leave the West? Why did you leave your country? And why are you in it? What were the circumstances around you moving to Asia? Because everybody I've noticed in living here in Asia right now, everyone who moved, there's some crazy series of things happened that made them something. They get stuck during COVID. There was a family thing. They had a breakup, something, and then they showed up here. But I just wanted to talk about what is happening, what happened with the Bitcoin price, and really, because I'm going to get all this queued up here, and we'll do this segment, and then we'll say hi to Darrianne. And we just did an episode of Government Secrets this morning. That's available as well. So here's basically okay, let me get that queued up here. Yeah, the court's up in Massachusetts. Yeah, there's a lot. Palm strike enthusiast. Yes, there is in an I think I've noticed, like, living in expat communities in El Salvador and different ones in Asia. The expat communities always have very similar things. There's retirees, just it's cheaper, people from Western countries where the cost of living is going up and up, and their pensions go way further here, and they live a much more comfortable life. There's that. There's just travel bugs. People like myself will like traveling. They will go wanderlust, and they just want to see stuff. And then there's the people who are running from something, either an actual law or thing, or they're running from themselves, and they just they think, drinking on a beach every day is going to fix whatever their issues they've got. And then you got people who are just like, I got to get out of the West. The West I'm having all these problems. There's financial problems, there's social problems, and they're that. But there's always that group of just like, you're running from something. You're running from something. You had to pop some popcorn for Bitcoin Hollywood. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for being here and supporting what we're doing. You can support us. That's donating Bitcoin on chain. You can also do a super chat right now. If you're watching on Rockfin, you can do a tip, and that supports what we're doing. And we've got a lot of cool stuff happening. So this series that I'm starting called Laughs Around the World, I shot all this stuff at the beginning of the year in February and March in Asia, and got an editor to cut it. He's done a great job. I've just been busy with 15,000 other things, but I'm going to start releasing episodes of that. And that's a really cool series where I go to a different, country, and you see me touring around, and then I'll have like lunch with a comedian that's in that place, and they tell me what it's like and why they moved to that country. And so I've got these 3 cool things from Vietnam. One's like when I was in Da Nang and Nha Trang, two sort of beach cities, Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. So that's yeah, I'm going to be releasing that, and that's going to be on Planet Comedy first. I'll put it on all of them, and then I have a GoFundMe. So let me get this up, where the let's see. Hold on, because I'm raising. There it is. I'm raising money for this late night talk show I'm going to do in Thailand, and so I just put it up like a day or two ago. Already have $500 raised, which is really, really cool. It speaks well of how awesome everybody is. But so where is that? When is that going to show? There it is. So if you go on this link, why is it not showing up? Yeah, there you go. If you click on this link, it's to my GoFundMe, and it's for this late night talk show. So, yeah, I'm very, very excited about it. Yeah, and we're putting all the pieces together for this, and it's going to be a very, very cool thing. So if you can donate, please do. And if you're going to be in Thailand, we'll be shooting in like March, late February and March, maybe even a little bit, definitely March. If you're here in March, you can come to an episode if you donate. So a taping. So check that out. Let me, all right, let me get all this queued up here. And then we'll do this segment, and then we'll talk to Darrianne. I think she's got a lot of makeup, and I don't want, it's a girl thing. What do I know? Excuse me. All right, we're doing this share screen issue again. I don't know what's been going on with StreamYard, but it's been a little good green tea, guys. Loose leaf green tea. I got the tea from this cool little shop in Chinatown, and then an infuser. Oh, just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. All right. What is... Why are we having this issue again? StreamYard. I don't know why. It's just, yeah. It's something. It's StreamYard is trying to do this thing where it's doing horizontal and vertical, and they're trying to do it at the same time, but it's getting buggy, and it's like it prevents me from doing screen sharing and all this other stuff. I haven't seen Graham and Darrianne in the same room together. It's just a logistical thing, man. I don't want to make it. Don't turn into a weird conspiracy. Like, I just let her have her space, man. We don't have to. like everyone's doesn't have to be a cover up, she needs the camera all for herself. I mean, she's that big of a personality, and I give her the space, I just like, it's not hiding anything, man. Palm Strike enthusiast. I don't know, like, kind of tricky. All right, StreamYard, come on. Just want to do this segment so I can talk about Bitcoin. I have to get this off my Bitcoin chest. Prices at 93K. Oh, everybody a couple of days ago was wigging out. Here we go. All right. Good government secrets app. Yeah, it was a really fun one. Oh man. Lee, thing about John Brown was so enlightening. I didn't know anything about that. And then the Fat Leonard case that I did is just, I knew what I was reading. I was like, oh, Lee and I we're going to go after, this is going to be a blast. I knew Lee was just going to have a million good jokes for it. So please check it out. And then support our government secrets Patreon too, if you can. Because you get now 90 bonus segments if you join Government Secrets Patreon right now. You go to it and we just simplified it. I did the same thing on my Patreon too. Just whatever dollar amount you want to donate, you get access to everything. Just whatever you can afford, we appreciate it. So, all right, I'll be back in less than 10 seconds with our Hot Fresh segment. Why did Bitcoin crash in the wee hours Sunday night, early Monday morning? What was happening? Is Bitcoin falling apart? Is Peter Schiff right? Is Bitcoin a Ponzi scheme? Or was there a coordinated attack by JP Morgan and Vanguard and a couple other companies to try to crush Michael Saylor's company, MicroStrategies, which all it does is own Bitcoin? And then Michael Saylor, genius move, crushed them. And now the price is back up over 90K. It went down as low as like 80, 82,000. Everyone was like, it's over, Bitcoin's done, MicroStrategies, and it was a clear coordinated attack. My name is Graham Elwood. You're watching the Bitcoin Vigilante here on Bitcoin Hollywood and all my other platforms, Planet Comedy and the Graham Elwood channel. So one of the accusations about Bitcoin, and it's a fair one, is that it is very volatile in the short run. Now, we went through this in April when Trump first passed the tariffs. The tariffs aren't working. They didn't work in Trump's first term, but whatever. He's Trump. He's just going to, the tariffs work. And the markets all crashed in April, and Bitcoin went to 80K, 79 even. I think it went under 80. And everyone's like, oh, Bitcoin's done, Bitcoin's done. And I pointed this out on this show, and there's videos. You can go watch this. They're all time-stamped. Then what happened is Bitcoin and gold started slowly going back up. And then Bitcoin hit all-time highs over the summer. Its current all-time high is 126. So we've had this sort of slow pullback of Bitcoin. It's been below 120, it's below 110, 105. And then we had this severe collapse just on Monday night. There's evidence, hard evidence of what they were trying to do. So if you're just new to this space, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't have a finance degree. So I'm giving you this information from very much just somebody that's I got into Bitcoin because I saw the value in it. And, Michael Saylor's this big billionaire. So because he's a billionaire, my first inclination is to not trust him, but he really understood, and he started really understanding Bitcoin back in 2020, really gets it. And started taking his company, MicroStrategies, which is a software company. And he's a very smart man. So he's created a lot of software. He, saw, when the iPhone came out, it's going to be all about the apps. It's not going to be about the phone itself. And he got involved in that and he made a lot of money, but he started putting only Bitcoin on his balance sheet, and the MicroStrategy stock has gone up and up and up. And that company is like one of the single biggest holders of Bitcoin, something like 650,000 in full coins. And all these companies, and then Vanguard came out and said, oh, we don't we don't believe in Bitcoin, but they were a big holder of MicroStrategy stock. And JP Morgan has said, oh, Bitcoin's a scam, and then they're trying to get into it. So what they do, there was a coordinated attack to try to take down MicroStrategies and also drop the price. Anytime there's a coordinated attack like this, it's not because they don't believe in Bitcoin. It's because they want to buy a bunch of it, and they know that if they drop the price down. I mean, think about it. Think about it if you had $10 million and you wanted to buy Bitcoin with it, and it's at 100,000, over 100,000, 105,000, and you can help manipulate the markets to get it into 80, 85, you're going to just own more of it. That's what they did. I think it was, I don't know if it was necessarily them trying to own more of it, but them definitely trying to take out MicroStrategies. And it failed. Michael Saylor crushed them. So here's what happened. So this is so breaking. JP Morgan is accused of market manipulation. In the past 2 weeks, JP Morgan, BlackRock, Vanguard, and Schwab, oh, those companies have always just done nothing but good things for the people. Those are the people's corrupt Wall Street whorehouses. JP Morgan sold off a large portion of this is MicroStrategy, MSTR, shares last quarter. This was in, so October, September-ish, right? And repeatedly criticized Bitcoin. So this is a strategy. Now they're offering a Bitcoin-backed bond. This is very crucial. So there's the that's not the one I wanted. I wanted this one. There's the Bitcoin ETF, which I've talked about. This came into the space, and it's where an ETF is basically says a certificate that you own Bitcoin. They have ETFs for gold. And my thing as a Bitcoin maximalist, as a purist, buy Bitcoin on an exchange, get it off the exchange and get it into a cold wallet. That's the single best way to do it. When people say, well, I don't know, I always ask them this: do you want to own physical gold coins, or do you want to own a piece of paper that says you own gold coins by a company that could suddenly just go, oh, your gold coins aren't there anymore? So that's why the ETF, like I said, Max Kaiser said it on this show, they're useful idiots. It's bringing a lot of money in, which jacks up the price of Bitcoin, which if you're a Bitcoin holder is good, but it's the best case. And I've been saying this for 5 years, buy Bitcoin, put it on a cold wallet, right? But they're offering Bitcoin-backed bonds because they see all of these Bitcoin products that they can offer their pre-existing customers. People who have, and it's their high net worth customers, but and also what's called retail. Retail is just like people like you and I. You open up a Schwab account, you go put $500 in there, and you buy $500, $100 worth of this stock, $500, $50 worth of that stock, whatever. So they want to offer, and when retail investors can also be just very high net worth people saying, oh, I heard this Bitcoin thing is good, I want to get some exposure to it. JP Morgan's going to offer a Bitcoin-backed bond, which, again, if you're a Bitcoin holder, this will help you in the price. But when people say, I don't want to get involved in Bitcoin, Graham, because of these big companies, they'll screw it over, they'll mess with it. This is why you want to own it off of an exchange. This makes you a sovereign individual financially. And now with Bitcoin-backed loans, you can be your own bank, meaning if you own a bunch of Bitcoin, you can borrow against it and pay interest on it. But this is what the rich have always done. They acquire assets and then they borrow against it, and they don't have to pay taxes because they're getting loans off of their debt. I'm not encouraging you to go rack up debt. I'm saying this is one of the things you can do with an asset. And you could never borrow against it and never sell it. Some people, Michael Saylor is one of them, never sell. I don't know, everybody's personal situation, their financial situation is different. I can't tell anybody what to do. But if you do own Bitcoin, borrowing against it is an option that you have. Or whenever it goes up, you can sell a little and take a little bit of profit or whatever. But this is why another reason I want regular people to own this thing, so that these rich guys can't do this. But they did this and failed. So I just want to clarify what all that was. and this is why when these big hedge funds and companies say, there's interviews with the Vanguard CEO going, no, Bitcoin's no good. We don't like it. And Vanguard wants to offer one of these as well. So these guys deliberately said, let's go badmouth Bitcoin publicly, go on shows like C-SPAN and Bloomberg and all those shows, CNBC, and badmouth it, Fox Business, badmouth it. And then secretly, they liquidated MicroStrategy stock. So they had cash. They want people to come and buy their product. This is an old playbook, kids. This is an old playbook. Say a thing's bad, sell off other assets so you have cash ready to go. Then say this thing is bad. It's like there's a house on the block you really want, and it's priced. It's a big fancy house, and let's say it's priced at $600,000. And you want to buy it, but you want to get the price down. So you sell your gold and your stocks, let's say, and you have $400,000 in cash and you want to buy that house outright. You go then say, oh, that house is bad. It's on bad land. The foundation's bad. You talk a bunch of shit about that house or the neighborhood's crimp. You even you say there's fake, the crime's gone bad in the neighborhood. And then the property value drops to 400 or 375K. You snatch it up and then you come back and go, actually, the neighborhood's great. We've lived here for years. Our kids are here. Boom. So now you just got a $600,000 asset for $375,000. I'm talking in very general terms, but that's basically what they did. So Vanguard previously stated they would never allow their platform to trade Bitcoin ETFs this week. They announced they rolled out a Bitcoin ETF trading. BlackRock CEO once called Bitcoin and crypto money laundering land in 2017. Today, he said he was wrong and noted a major shift in the position. So they're not going after Michael Saylor and MicroStrategies because they don't believe in Bitcoin. They see the value in it. And these Wall Street guys, once they see, they say, oh, this is a scam. And then they say, oh, wait, there's real money here and Michael Saylor's kicking our asses. Let's go after him. Charles Schwab dismissed crypto as purely speculative in 2019. Today, they've announced they will allow Bitcoin trading on their platform starting in 2026. So Schwab, wow, we can make money off of fees. They see big exchanges like Coinbase, Crypto.com, Binance, and so what they want to offer their customers is, because some of their customers went, I want to buy Bitcoin, so they're opening up separate accounts. They want Charles Schwab. No, just open up a Schwab account. Put tens of thousands of dollars in our account, and then you can buy stock, you can buy Bitcoin, you can buy whatever you want. Why the sudden change? In 2017's Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon said Bitcoin is a fraud. Then JP Morgan bought Bitcoin when it dropped 20% over the weekend. You see what I'm saying? They deliberately nosedived the price to buy it. And that's why, one of the reasons why the price is now climbing back up. Now JP Morgan sells shares of MicroStrategies, increases its margin requirement from 50 to 95, pushing for MicroStrategies exclusion from the MSCI index, and has a history of manipulating Bitcoin price. So what they were doing, why he sold off all the MicroStrategies, to devalue MicroStrategies, to force MicroStrategies to sell, right? Because they have to pay dividends at the end of the year. So this is why this is happening in late November, December, right? So then MicroStrategies, and they're like, oh, MicroStrategies doesn't have any cash. Looks like they all wanted a Bitcoin price lower to scoop up more shares before another Bitcoin bull run. They know there's going to be a bull run. So they tried this, and then what happened? What did Michael Saylor do? Oh, turns out he had, Michael Saylor had somewhere in the neighborhood of $1.4 billion in cash reserves ready to go to pay off the dividends. And this is what Jim Cramer said. Jim Cramer, who oftentimes is like the reverse Cramer, we always say, like, whatever Cramer says, do the opposite, because That's how you make money. But this is what Kramer said about what Michael Saylor's move did. So what Michael Saylor did, and Kramer's going to talk about this, they all came at him. They tried to devalue MicroStrategy so he wouldn't have to sell off his Bitcoin to pay his dividends. So you see what that? So if MicroStrategies have to sell off a huge chunk of Bitcoin, that would crash the price even lower, and all of these vultures could scoop it up. But Michael Saylor is a Bitcoin purist. He's like, never sell your Bitcoin. So he had $1.4 billion in cash reserve that I don't think anybody knew about. Like he knew this was happening and lured these cats in. That's my guess. But this is what Kramer says. He did a pincer move, which is a military strategy.
I would say that this man is not to be trifled with. Saylor will come on Squawk. He'll come on everywhere. He'll come on every show. It wouldn't shock me. He pops up at the White House for all I know. He will do whatever's necessary. He is the Malcolm X of Bitcoin, okay? Malcolm X, right? Yes. By any means necessary, he will defeat the shorts. Defeat the shorts.
We will see.
That's what his job is. I mean, when he gets up in the morning, he puts on whatever kind of men's warehouse thing he's got going. He comes in, he goes, I'm getting him today.
Yes.
I'm getting him today. And I got to tell you, he's good at that.
Sure.
I would say that this man is.
And that's what happened. They were trying to short Bitcoin, drive the price down, make Michael Saylor sell. If Michael Saylor would have had to sell a huge, let's say he had to sell like 100,000 of his coins, the price would have gone even lower, 70, 65. And then JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, all these guys they would have snatched it up. Michael Saylor said no. And then the price went up 6-7%. In the last 48 hours, it's gone from 83,000 to 93,000. What do I tell you guys? Buy the dip. I just did that. And then just sold off a little, made a little bit of profit just to pay some bills. The bulk of my Bitcoin is in cold storage. Follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth, guys. I know some of you are like, oh, why did Graham go on this crazy Bitcoin thing? Why shut up with the Bitcoin? It's a Ponzi scheme. No, it is not. The richest, most powerful people in the world know what it is. Every little piece of Bitcoin, and you can buy as little as $10 of a Bitcoin. I know you see the price, you're like, Graham, I don't have 93,000. You don't have to buy a full coin. Each coin can be broken up into 100 million pieces or Satoshis. Okay? So when you buy a little piece of this, couple $100 worth, $200 worth, whatever you can buy, that's a little piece that the JP Morgan, these scumbags cannot get. And they don't want you to understand this. They want you to just see a clip seeing some guy and a rich guy CEO, he's an expert on one of those shows going, it's a Ponzi scheme. And then somebody like Liz Warren goes, that's a Ponzi scheme. I don't know what I'm talking about. And then you go, oh, it's a Ponzi scheme. Rachel Maddow was just bad-mouthing it. All the people that hate Trump, and I don't like Trump at all. He's a horrible president, but so was Joe Biden. They then equate Bitcoin with Trump, so Bitcoin bad. Don't do that to yourself. You have an opportunity for financials to be sovereign because the banks collapse, all this stuff, they're going to seize your money. You're going to be able to go, I got a bunch of Bitcoin sitting on a cold wallet. I'm protected. These billionaires are starting to see how valuable Bitcoin is, and that's why they're coming. There will only ever be 21 million coins ever made. There's currently 19 million. There's only 2 million left to be mined, and that'll happen over the next 100 years. Read the Bitcoin white paper and be your own Michael Saylor. So when they try to come for you, nope. He would have sold everything he owned to pay those dividends so that he wouldn't have to sell his Bitcoin. And he had this money tag. They didn't realize it, and he just whooped their ass. And for about 2 days, the price of MicroStrategy stock was down and Bitcoin was down, and oh, they got him. Nice try. He won. I'm not like glorifying a billionaire, but but there's no evidence. Saylor hasn't been on Epstein's plane. I haven't seen him do anything that's like nefarious. Maybe I'm wrong, but most billionaires got their money by scams and corruption and whatever else. There's a handful who just made good products. He made, and he's invested well. There's a handful. Maybe he's one of them. But as far as this thing, he baited them in. I think he probably said, oh, they're going to try this. Good. Let's tuck this money aside. And then they'll do this. They'll drive the price down. We'll buy more. It's a brilliant move, man. You got to respect it. You got to respect what he did. You got to respect what he did. A coordinated attack. It's like Mamdani, right? He's clearly going to start acquiescing to the corporate Democrats. That's clearly happening. But the fact that both parties were against him and he beat them, I think that's cool. I think that's cool. I know he's going to acquiesce and he'll just be like AOC. He's already saying all this stuff that's very corporate Democrat-y. But I just love that Cuomo lost and Eric Adams lost. The two big parties got worked. So anyway, follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth. And this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I buy Bitcoin. I buy the dips. And it's done all right for me. Follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth. Like, share, subscribe. We're launching a bunch of cool new stuff. We have a GoFundMe that I will put on the screen. It's a GoFundMe for my late night talk show. Please check that out. Also have the Socialist Christmas with Graham Elwood album is available on iTunes and Spotify. So check that out. We're going to be launching a lot of cool stuff. There's a new series coming out that I'm going to be launching called Laughs Around the World, showing me traveling and eating food with comics and doing stand-up and learning about places and culture and meeting people. It's a fun little show that we're going to be releasing on all of my shows. Start subscribing to Planet Comedy and Bitcoin Hollywood. And I just appreciate you supporting everything we do. And buy Bitcoin, baby. Shave your knuckles for justice. Boom. You got to clip this beautiful tangent. I will. I'll put that whole clip out. That'll be a segment, which will be about a 15, 20-minute segment, but I'll also clip it out, in 60-second chunks or whatever. Palm Strike enthusiast, that's a great joke. All right, guys, we got just a little bit of time left. I'm going to go take a break, and then when we come back, Darrianne is going to give you some wonderful tips. It's DIY Wednesdays with Darrianne. Stay tuned, guys, and you can ask her questions. But she's going to give you some helpful tips. Just she'd like help anything, cooking, stuff around the house. She's just going to help. That's what she's doing. It's great. We'll be right back with Darrianne. Hey guys, oh my God, it's Darrianne here. You're so amazing. Thank you guys for tuning into the live stream. I know Graham was like, when I was doing my hair, I heard him, he was like talking about some like Bitcoin sailboat or something, like some Michael's sailboat was like totally winning a Bitcoin race or whatever. It was so amazing. Like he gets so into it. Like, oh wow, that's so cool. Like I hope when I like get older that I'm that excited about like some sort of crypto coin or whatever. But like, oh my God, you guys, we're not, whatever, if you like rowboats, we're not rowboat shaming, like whatever you want to do, like however you want to boat, it's totally cool. And Graham likes his sailboat and, it's like Chad, who he likes his yurts and stuff like that. So DIY Wednesdays, oh my God, this is a new series and you guys are so amazing for being it. But we're not shaming other days of the week. Like if you want to do it yourself DIYing like on a Tuesday or whatever, like whatever day makes sense for you. Like we're totally like all days positive on this show and it's like really amazing. So really just want to celebrate all of the days and everything that's happening. And oh my God, I think this weird like squirrely thing is like where you can do like the Bitcoin stuff or whatever that, oh my God, I'm so excited about it. It starts talking to me. I'm like, oh my God, Kim, that's really amazing. You get that excited about it. But like I kind of need to do my hair. Oh my God. So, but a lot of you were asking like, how was, I went to Burning Man this year and my Burning Man journey was amazing. So, Chad has been like on his yurt journey and he's, changed his name to Shaishim and he's really on a spiritual journey. And we just wanted to go to Burning Man and really experience, no technology and just live out like in the desert with the people. So it was amazing. We just did really kind of like roughing it. And Chad, has this really nice RV that his grandfather left him from his estate. And it's just amazing, but it's really like earth focused, centered like journey. So we totally were like amazing. And every day we would like, we had like our own little like salt bath pool thing that we set up and we had like showers or whatever, but we totally were like in it and just totally like meditating and feeling, just connecting with people. Oh my God, people were so amazing. It was so great. And like the people that Chad hired to drive the van up there and then we just flew, I guess his grandfather has like a helicopter that comes from some resort or something like that, but it was so amazing and just being with the people and everyone was experiencing everything. And so I just want to give like some helpful tips. Like when you go out camping, like you're totally going to want to bring like food and stuff, like whether it's Burning Man or wherever, because there's not like stores and stuff, so you have to make sure and there's really fun ways to like pack little food things or whatever. But we're not shaming, like stores or whatever that have food or don't have food or whatever. So we really just think it's amazing that people like go outside and eat, like, oh my God, it was amazing. Like, oh my God, somebody brought this quinoa salad. It was amazing. I am in love with quinoa. Do you guys like quinoa? Oh my God, it's so quinoa's like, it's like, oh my God, like rice just decided to be like more round or whatever, but we're not like how rice is like linear or whatever. We're not shaming that, but this quinoa salad was amazing. And they put like raisins in it or whatever. And, anything about raisins, sometimes they get stuck in your teeth and you have this weird like thing. It looks like you have like a bad tooth. And I'm not shaming anyone who's having like any sort of dental issues, but like, have you ever had that a raisin? It just sits on your tooth and it's like, oh my God. And Chad's like looking at me like, oh my God, babe, your tooth. And I'm like, okay, but aren't we supposed to just be accepting of that? And it's like, so raisins, I'm not like raisin shaming, but they're totally like, be careful. Like raisin can be like a total weird tooth thing. So that's fine, but like whatever, however you want to do quinoa, however you want to make quinoa yourself and quinoa it out. So it's just really amazing, you guys. So that was the thing. Like when you're packing food, you have to put it in like some kind of container thing and then like a cooler. If you have with like ice or one of those like pack things that you put in your freezer and it comes out and it's all like hard and kind of mean, but it stays cold, And we just had a refrigerator and a solar powered roof on this RV that was amazing. So we just like had a whole thing to cook with, but which that's really easy if you can do that. Like if you can totally have that, that's totally easy. Some people were like, making fires and had little burner stoves and stuff. And that all seemed like awesome and stuff. Like, so, pack with the food that you want to eat, how you want to eat it, and oh my God, they did this on this one salad. They put lemon over and packed it so it wouldn't go bad. And I was like, that's amazing. I remember my aunt doing that. Oh my God, she was amazing. She just loved lemons. She was like totally into lemons. And she's like, it's good for your skin and ever. And I remember a kid going, oh, ew, it tastes bad. But it's like one of those things, you remember when you're a kid, you eat it like, ew, and then when you're older, it's like totally amazing. And we're not lime shaming or orange shaming, like whatever your citrus, we're totally citrus positive here. Like however you want to be citrusing, that's totally cool. But like, oh my God, squeeze it on your salad and then put it in one of those containers, seal up things and put it in like whatever cooler thing you've got. And it's just like, so amazing. You guys have been the best. I'm Darrianne. Oh my God, are there questions? Oh my God, there's questions. There's so many fun questions. Pump Strike Enthusiast, Tangent, talking about blockchain or whatever. I guess those are for Graham or whatever. That's fine. But he's totally like Bitcoin. But you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in. And this is DIY Wednesdays with Darrianne. We're going to do this like every week. It's so fun. And if you have like questions like, oh my God, Darrianne, what do we do about this? Or how do I do that? We did one on making tea. We did one on a flashlight, like totally flashlight, celebrating it. So this is what we're going to do, you guys. It's amazing. And we're having so much fun. And oh my God, and go to the GoFundMe for the talk show thing that Graham's doing. It's so amazing. Like he wants to do this talk show in Bangkok and there's all these like amazing performers and stuff. And it's really wild. He was telling me all about it. It was really cool. And so you guys should totally go fund me for that. And I think it's at his website, which is Graham. What's his last name? Oh my God, is it Elnerd or whatever? Something.com. Anyway, check it out. It's amazing. You guys are amazing. And thoughts and lemons, guys. Let's totally be lemon positive and make your whole life like a salad that has fresh lemon on it. So keep your life fresh by spraying like lemon and make it totally like lemon positive. You guys are amazing. Oh my God. Shai Shim, the boyfriend formerly known as Chad, we're just doing amazing things and now he's back in his yurt. So it's, you guys are awesome and we'll see you out there. Oh my God, DIY Wednesdays with Darrianne. Thank you guys. Well, that's our show, everybody. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for supporting our show. Of course, you can support it here on the Bitcoin thing. We're just doing this new series. Darrianne wants to get a lot of people tips and a lot of people ask her questions. And we also put the Darrianne clips out on Instagram and other social media platforms. So follow us at Graham Elwood and check out the GoFundMe. Support what we're doing. And if you're going to be in Bangkok in March, you can be in the studio audience. If you donate a minimum of $100, you get to be in the studio audience. So we're already partnering with some really awesome people. There's really fun, talented people out there. And there's going to be like comedians from LA on the show and comedians, performers, here in Thailand. And it's going to be all in English, but we're going to have some little bit of Thai stuff, and you're going to see the city of Bangkok in a really fun, cool way. So support what we're doing right there, you guys. I really appreciate it. Let's let where. Graham Elmer. Yeah, Darrianne's not huge on names. Like, that's cool. She's got her own vibe, and that's, just let her do what she wants to do. And that her generation is all no shame, no judgment. I think it's a better way to live. My generation, Gen X, is a little mean, a little judgmental. And I think we should all be more open-minded. So, we just let her do what she wants to do. And Chad seems like a decent guy. So what are you going to do? She's my neighbor. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and support us any way you can. We very much appreciate it. And more cool stuff is coming. Shave your knuckles for justice.